What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. I hope all the sound is fine. I hope the connection is good. We are out here doing a Dynasty mock draft for you guys. And to be honest, this is kind of a selfish endeavor. Your boy, Ron Stewart. I was about to speak in the third person, but I decided I'm not going to do that. But I finished my Dynasty rankings yesterday. I worked really, really hard on them. So I actually kind of wanted to come out here, hop into a nice little Dynasty startup mock draft with you guys and kind of test them out, see, how the values are doing and all that. So I know a lot of you guys out there, it's Dynasty mock draft, Dynasty startup season. If you guys want some really, really crisp, some really, really clean Dynasty startup rankings, look no further than your boy's Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. This is just a little bit of a sneak peek of what your boy has been working on. Took me a long time to kind of get together those trade value tiers. So you see like Tyreek Hill 2 first, Cooper Kupp 2 first, Trey Lance 2 first. You go down the trade value tiers and it's kind of really aesthetically pleasing, and it kind of shows not only just where my tiers are, right? So where I have players valued similarly, but what I would give for them, or just kind of a general idea of what they could go for on the trade value market in your league. But yeah, been working at that for a while, so I really, really like them. And on top of that, I didn't really want to, say, okay, the rookie 101 is worth T. Higgins or DK Metcalf straight up, or I prefer the 101 to a, CeeDee Lamb at 31. But I'd rather have them in the tier, right? So if you're going through your startup draft, you can kind of cross them off alongside. So when you're in a startup draft, theoretically, you're crossing off names, you're also crossing off the rookie picks, right? Because I know a lot of people do, the kickers in the startup drafts. What I will say is instead of having a concrete, the 101 is exactly between DK Metcalf and DJ Moore, I would rather have the 101 to the side so you can kind of make that decision on your own depending on your team needs, right? If you're a little bit younger, then the 101 makes a little bit more sense as a rebuilder, vice versa, and just so that you have an idea of what the 101 could net you on the trade market instead of just like a concrete answer, a whole tier. Again, that's going to all be patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I decided to give you guys a little bit of a taste here, but I'm going to have these open on the side, and I'm going to be kind of crossing them out as we're going through this mock draft as well. Now, with that being said, let's kind of get our shit together here, fellas. How are we doing? Everybody that's in here, what's up? What's up? Jay Booth, what's good, brother? Let me make this a little bit bigger. You said everything sounds clean. What's up, Scuba? What's up? What's good, DKB? What's good, Jacob Height? Appreciate you, Brock. What's up, PS? What's up? Everybody that's in here, say what's up, say what's good. I got to do some housekeeping stuff. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to drop the mock draft link in the chat. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, there we go. All right. So we got that piece of work out of the way. Yeah, that's actually what we're going to do. So, just exposed my YouTube there. Hold on, I actually got to go on YouTube real quick. But yeah, we're going to do a mock draft on Sleeper today. What can I do here? What can I do? Oh yeah, I wanted to pull up my own thing. Yeah, I'm going to randomize the order. All right, so I'm going to pin this real quick. That's where you get the full Dynasty ranks and tiers. I just showed you guys it, but I'm really, 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 really proud of it. Your boy's been in the lab recently trying to make these. I'll show these one more time. Boom. Look at how pretty it looks. Look how amazing it looks. George Ali showing off the YouTube moderator. Had to give him that. George Ali been here for a minute. But how are we doing? But again, those are kind of what my Dynasty ranks look like. You can find those on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. Now that's enough of plugging for your boy. We're going to get into this in a second. Let me get my Let me get my sleeper together. Seems like you guys have all... Are we full already? Jeez, man. You guys went crazy. But just to reiterate, I imagine most of you guys are in here, right? All right, there we go. That's a decent setup. You guys can see all the picks. Do a third round reversal. Just to make everything clear, it's a super flex draft, tight end premium. You can see pretty much all the rules up top here, but it's gonna be super flex, tight end premium, and the kickers are rookie picks. So I actually really wanted to just get into this to kind of test out my my new rankings and just kind of cross them off as I go and just kind of see, you know, where I defer from the rankings and just kind of, you know, if they hold water. Hunar Dar, what's up? All right, so we're gonna get this going in a second. What's up, Danny? Oh, geez. Let me get this a little bit smaller here. Where should I put comments? Maybe just right here. Kind of looks okay. Maybe here. No, we'll put it here. Okay, I think that looks fine. But yeah, all right, fellas. So I'm gonna randomize this, and we'll get going here. All right. So draft settings, draft order, random. Boom. Are you sure you want to start the draft? Of course I would like to start the draft. Oh, you guys weren't really supposed to hear that, but it's all good. You said you might be a little bit... Oh. Damn it. I don't know where to put this. Huh. Let me put this here. All right, hold on. Your boy is chefing up right now. All right, we'll just keep that there. I think that's fine. Whatever. But how are we doing? We got Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Mahomes, the classic trifecta. Though I think I'd probably take the QBs before I take JT. It's also pretty wild to see Mahomes make it to the 103. I think I'd be thrilled to see that. Right now, as of right now, when I did the rankings, I almost see it now as a tier of their own between Mahomes and Josh Allen right at the top. Like I do like Herbert. Herbert just went, and I like Jonathan Taylor, but I would say Mahomes and Allen are probably a tier above the rest, just as, you know, perennial superstar type guys. So Jamar Chase goes. Burrow goes. So we're going Burrow over Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray at this point, boys. Is that really what we're doing here? Look, I love you guys. I love Joe. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Joe Burrow is, don't get me wrong, fellas. I love Joe Burrow. And I have no racial intentions when I say this, but Joe Burrow is the modern day Larry Bird. He is cool. You know, he's somebody I can identify with as a young man. I love Joe Burrow. He has all the swagger in the world. All right, actually we're on the clock here. This pick sucks. You hate to see Lamar, Murray, Joe Burrow, Herbert, Mahomes, and Allen go. By the way, Murray and Lamar that late is an absolute crime. The only guy I really have left in a top tier is going to be Justin Jefferson. So we'll just take Jefferson. Why not? Perennial wide receiver 1 forever. But what I was saying about Joe Burrow is he was literally like the QB 10 this year. Yeah, he was literally the QB 10 this year. I think, right? Or QB 7 overall, but in points per game, he was like the QB 10. He wasn't insane from a fantasy perspective. He only had 118 yards on the ground, 34 touchdowns. He's also, like Danny said, older than Kyler. I imagine he might be older than Kyler and Lamar. He's 25. Kyler is 24. What's Lamar? Lamar is 25. He's the same age as Kyler and Lamar. To me, unless we're playing in a 6 point per passing touchdown league, and even then I think that it's a little bit of a reach. Murray and Lamar are firmly. I have Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson here. All I will say, that just based on this draft, I think that it is 100% time to be sending out trades for Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray in your leagues. People are kind of souring on them. You had the bad playoff stretch for Kyler Murray. You had Lamar Jackson kind of get not in my opinion, but in the eyes of your league mates and the media, outplayed by Tyler Huntley. So Javonte goes, Jefferson goes, Pitts goes, Javonte Williams. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Javonte Williams. I will also say, to Danny's credit, I think Dak Prescott is getting a little bit undervalued in Superflex at this point. Dak Prescott probably shouldn't be available at the 203, so we're just going to take him there. He's somebody, I have him as my 111, so that's not like a huge value discrepancy, but when we're talking about quarterbacks and Superflex, you have to take him at a certain point. Wow. So then Trey Lance goes. If you want to take Burrow over Lamar or Kyler, you need therapy. I do sort of agree. Yeah, no, here's the thing. In real life, in terms of like franchise QB, if we're doing like a fantasy draft in Madden, you know what I mean? Like, he's in the same tier as them. Here's the thing. I'm not a huge real football guy. From a real football perspective, are you guys taking, you know what I mean? Like in a playoff scenario, would you rather have Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, or Lamar Jackson as your quarterback? Because I guess Joe Burrow in his first year in the playoffs has made it farther than any of them have ever made it. Unless if I'm being an idiot. Joe Mixon, Lamb. You said Dak Bear slept on. Love the Canadian slang. Also, this is third round reversal. I made it that way just because it seems like that's almost going to become the standard very soon here. Just because like if you could go Allen or Mahomes and then just double up here, there's so much value in that round 2 to 3 that it does become a little bit unfair. I will also say, 204 for Trey Lance isn't egregious. It honestly, when it comes to quarterback values are still screwy for me, even when I'm just doing my rankings, just because it really depends. Like I was in an analyst league with some guys on Twitter, and we literally every pick in the first round was a quarterback. You had guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers going at the 1-2 turn. It can get ugly. And I will also say that quarterbacks are much harder to trade for. You can't just walk up to a guy and try and trade for, Herbert right now. Herbert, Mahomes, and Josh Allen are all guys you have to move mountains for. He said age doesn't matter for QBs. I suppose. Ron, my guy, CMC falling this far. Yeah, it's just kind of what has to happen at this point. I had CMC as, I think I have him as an early second. So mid second there really isn't that bad. It's just tough. His value isn't going to appreciate at this point. You're just going to be getting points, which means your team needs to be in win now mode if that's the case. So Debo goes, and then you guys are going to let me walk right into DeAndre Swift. And if I could get DeAndre Swift in the early third in an actual draft, I would literally be the happiest man in the world. Did DeAndre Swift already go? Oh, he already did go. I'm an idiot. I was literally about to draft DeAndre Swift if I could. All right. So never mind. DeAndre Swift is not available. So now we're looking at Devontae Adams. We're looking at Saquon. Looking at Trevor Lawrence. Mark Andrews has already gone at this point. I don't hate the idea. I've decided if Lamb, Brown, Kupp, and all those guys have gone, I guess I'll go Devontae Adams. I'll be that guy. Give me Devontae Adams in the third. Give me a dominating wide receiver that has 20 point per game upside. right? I mean, if Cup, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb all go, I got no shame in taking Devontae Adams a pick after Debo. I'm sorry. He said, look at what Hurts did in fantasy. You have 4+ years of that with Lance. Doesn't matter if he's a great NFL talent. That's fair. That's fair, man. But Hurts is getting penalized hard for it in fantasy. And Hurts is a guy who outscored Joe Burrow this year in fantasy and is a perennial like 4th or 5th round pick in startup drafts because people don't believe in him long term. Like that is a problem with Trey Lance. Like that, like I know in theory you're saying okay he has 4 years, and I guess that you can make the argument that Trey Lance is Jalen Hurts with the security of 1st round draft capital. So I guess that does make some sense if I'm being devil's advocate. I love the Saquon pick, by the way. I was debating between Saquon and Devontae here. You said seems he isn't having these repeat injuries. He's built to play and take these repeated hits. The injuries occurred are worrisome, but it's not like we should get fearful they aren't repeating. The problem is that he's just getting older in Dynasty. Like like Christian McCaffrey. I mean, you need like a 30 point per game season from him. Maybe he could increase his value. It's just tough. Nobody wants to hold on to running backs right now. You said you think Barkley returns to pre-ACL form. So do I, man. That's why I have him. I had him. I have him at the 22nd right now. So I would take him in the late second. It just so happened that Devontae Adams was available. So Waddle goes, Saquon goes, Higgins goes, Stafford goes. So here's the thing. This is all I'm saying, Danny, is if your excuse for taking Lance is that his worst case scenario is Jalen Hurts because he doesn't have to be good at real life football to still be a good dynasty asset, I just think that that's flawed logic. Just because if he is Jalen Hurts, and let's say he his arm isn't all that, and he has like a 57% completion percentage, and he's just kind of playing really ugly, if that makes sense, and he's scoring fantasy points, but he's not really good in real life, then that becomes a problem for his dynasty value regardless. But if you're a believer of his arm talent and you think that he can develop into whoever, fine. But I wouldn't draft Jalen Hurts on the idea that he doesn't have to become a good in real life quarterback to return on the investment. At 204, he needs to be a good in real life quarterback. You're taking him over Russell Wilson, you're taking him over, I guess, Stafford. I'd say Russ is really the only one that is, a good in real life quarterback. All right, so Akers goes. So Gibson goes, Mac Jones goes. Man, I'm missing on people. I'd say that fell early for Mac Jones. I'd love to see Mac Jones over Trevor Lawrence at this point. That's wild to me. Yo, what's good, Isaiah? What's good, brother? Yeah, I agree. I think taking Mac Jones in the 4th is a little bit tough for me. It's just tough without that, the rushing upside. It's tough without the rushing upside. It's tough with, Trevor Lawrence still on the board. It's tough with other studs on the board as well. I just have a hard time paying an early pick for Mac Jones. Damn, Trevor Lawrence goes. Trevor Lawrence would have been my pick if he fell to me. Dobbins goes. DJ Moore goes. This is about to be... I don't think anyone took a kicker yet. Oh, there's not even kickers available. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Damn it. I wanted kickers in this draft, man. Man. So now I'm in a tough spot. I screwed up. We can go Eckler. We can go Dalvin Cook. I decided we're going Eckler, but I am upset. Oh, is Eckler not even available? Nope. I guess we'll be going Dalvin Cook. Damn. I wanted draft picks to be in here. Now what do I do? It's literally on the title of the video, boys. What's the move? I also hate Dalvin Cook, but at the 410, you guys are daring me to take Dalvin Cook. I have no other choice at that point. I was literally running to the podium with the 101. Damn. Now I'm upset, guys. Now I'm upset. I'm sad. I really wanted a draft with kickers. Whatever. I guess I should have made a kicker position. That's what I needed to happen. That's what needed to happen. Whatever. Could possibly go back to back. Depends on how long have we been live at this point. 20 minutes? Who knows? We'll see when this draft wraps up and we'll think about it. All right, so McLaurin, Godwin, Waller. Wow, Zach Wilson. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, so here we're actually going to go Kelsey. If Kelsey's still available, I'm not there yet. Let's go Kelsey. This is kind of like a win-ish now team, and I don't hate it at all. Restart the draft. Yeah, I'll just literally pump the brakes on everything. Damn. You want me to shorten the timer? Let me know what you guys want. We can shorten the timer, whatever. So ETN goes. I take Kelsey. I'm very big on I want one of the elite tight ends, one of the 5 elite tight ends we have at this point. Oh, my team is old and I prefer it that way. We're out here trying to win rings. But no, I'm just playing. Usually I skew younger, but you guys keep taking all the young guys from me. I had no choice. All right, so now I'm going to we'll come down here like this. I think this looks good. Look, guys, I hate to be that guy, but I am very upset. I did not put kickers in this draft. I'm very upset. All right, 30-second timer. Okay, that's what we're doing. Do I have to pause it to do it? You guys sure you don't want 10 seconds? We could just absolutely rip one. So Kelsey goes, Wilson goes. Chubb, David Montgomery. Wow, did somebody really just take Singletary in the 5th round, fellas? Devin Singletary? My mans. So Rodgers goes. Hold on, I'm just trying to update my little cheat sheet. You said startups are straight value picks for me, adjust to win now, post-draft, and older players are cheap. Yeah, I can see that. I'd say I also just kind of go straight value in the draft as well. That's like my whole team is just the best player available on my sheet pretty much. Yeah, no, I was just kidding with 10 seconds. I was literally just trolling. I would never put it on 10 seconds. It wouldn't even it wouldn't it wouldn't even be good content. Who are you talking about? Oh, Singletary? Yeah, no, Singletary in the 5th round is just a little bit tough for me. A little bit tough. I can't get there. I see the appeal, but I can't get there, brother. Like, I can't imagine taking Singletary over Brandon Ayuk or Calvin Ridley or Devonta Smith or Tua even. You're saying Pitts easily has 1,200 plus and 6 TDs next year and every year for the next 8 years. I'm not as confident as you are, but I love Kyle Pitts. He's going to be probably my most drafted tight end next year. I want to have a stupid amount of exposure to Kyle Pitts and in redraft. But I already have a bunch of him in Dynasty anyways. Yeah, Singletary over Elijah Moore is tough. Elijah Mitchell over... So yeah, I think Elijah Mitchell is like Singletary's like ceiling of a guy who is kind of propped up by his situation in like a high-powered offense. And he's better at football than Singletary. He's also younger. I think I take other running backs. I'd take Aaron Jones over him as well. I think I would... Danny knows I'm not a Zeke guy, but I would take Zeke. I would take Jacobs. I think I would take Clyde over him. I think I would take Fournette over him. I think... After Fournette, Dillon, Sanders, I think you're right in like the James Robinson, Damian Harris range, fine. That's when I don't really care. How do we feel about Freiermuth, fellas? I'm a little bit adverse to Fry. I can't get 6th round. I also am not a big fan of Michael Carter either. So Pittman's gone. All right, so now what are we looking at? Dude, you know what's crazy? Somebody that I wasn't even high on coming out, I now absolutely love. I'm going to take Amon-Ra St. Brown here. Give me Amon-Ra. All day. I've now pivoted that Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be a stud. You said 1,000 yards year one is extremely tough for a tight end. Once he puts on some muscle, it's game over in terms of Kyle Pitts. I just wish Freiermuth was a little bit more athletic, man. I don't know if he had pro day numbers or what. I guess I do need to look into that myself. But I'm really a sucker for having guys that are... Damn, Marquise. God damn it, George Ali. I would have liked Marquise Brown. I wanted him to come back to me. I didn't think anyone was actually going to take Marquise Brown there. Damn. It's a solid pick. All right, so here's the thing, brother. You said I'd be buying CeeDee Lamb. Danny knows I've been on an absolute CeeDee Lamb slander tour. All right, we're actually gonna make this pick real quick. We're gonna go Keenan Allen real quick. Yeah, give me Keenan Allen. Danny knows I've been an absolute slander CD tour, and here's the thing, man. You said I'd be buying CeeDee Lamb with the dip he's been experiencing. There's no dip. Look at this, 206. He's going at the 206. Keep trade cut. He is going at wide receiver 5 numbers. You know what I mean? Like there is no crazy dip on CD. I have CD and T. Higgins in like a similar tier. I don't think it makes sense for CD to be way ahead. He only commands like a 20% target share. And I know you say like Coop might leave, Schultz might leave. They showed this year that they're not really like they're not trying to give him, like, he might never be an alpha target share type guy of like 25% plus. Like, that's a concern. T. Higgins had a better target share than him year 1 and in year 2. Metcalf had a better target share than him in year 1 and 2. AJ Brown had a better target share than him year 1 and 2. And I know that you're going to say the Cowboys pass a ton, so like the slice of the pie doesn't matter as much as like the overall pie. And that's somewhat true, but year to year, passing volume isn't sticky. Is kind of the problem. Like, I'd rather not lean on passing tendencies when like things change so much. You're seeing wide receiver 10 on Keep Trade Cut? I saw wide receiver 5 last time I checked. He was literally the wide receiver 20 this year. That's like the wide receiver 20 in year 2 in the Cowboys offense that like all you guys. I see wide receiver 7 currently. You said Kellen Moore's scheme has been a problem as well. Here's the thing though, if you have CeeDee Lamb inside of your top 3 to 5 wide receivers, you're now making a bet that whoever Jerry Jones decides is the guy is going to have something better than Kellen Moore, who is probably the best offensive mind. Here's the thing, I don't even love Kellen Moore's play calling, but you're now betting they have Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore there. So now you're betting that they completely abandon those guys and you're praying for Dabble or Bieniemy. In my opinion, I don't even know if McCarthy gets fired. I don't know if Kellen Moore gets fired. Like, we're making a lot of broad assumptions that the play calling will change, though. That's the problem for me. That the play calling will change, that like Amari Cooper and Schultz will like magically make it so that CeeDee Lamb's the featured wide receiver, even though target share is much more sticky, independent of volume, like the games where Keenan Allen left this year, right? So Keenan Allen got hurt for a couple of games. He had COVID for like a game or two. Mike Williams wasn't all of a sudden, this amazing wide receiver. But I 100% plan on making a CeeDee Lamb video, or a CeeDee Lamb video eventually. Here's the thing for CeeDee Lamb. He was my wide receiver 1 in that class. Don't get me wrong, absolutely loved CeeDee Lamb as a prospect. I think he was a really strong prospect. But as you guys know, I value a lot of year 1 production. CeeDee Lamb wasn't that amazing as a year 1 guy. He was only amazing with Dak Prescott for the first 4 games when Dak Prescott was playing at an unsustainable rate. He had like above 26 points per game. This year he only had like 21, 22 points per game. The whole offense took a step back. So it's hard for me to put him ahead of guys like Metcalf and AJ Brown and Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill, even a guy like T. Higgins. T. Higgins through 2 years has shown more. The only reason you would put CeeDee Lamb over T. Higgins is just priors for where you had him during the draft, or you're projecting forward that Amari Cooper, you're putting too much stock into target competition. You're saying, okay, Amari Cooper is going to leave, CeeDee Lamb will ascend to the wide receiver 1, and then T. Higgins is always going to be stuck as the wide receiver 2, and that's the same thought process people had where they were trading away T. Higgins for Michael Pittman mid-season because Michael Pittman's going to be the wide receiver 1 in the Colts offense. I don't really care about depth charts. I just care about target shares. But yeah, I don't mean to slander CeeDee Lamb. I love the guy coming out. I think he's one of the drippiest players of all time. All right, so I haven't even been checking off anything. So now I'm kind of lost in terms of who I have available at this point. Aaron Jones is gone. Bateman is gone. Claypool gone? Claypool is gone. So this is what happens when you start ranting here. Hate that pick. Jesus Christ, boys. I completely lost my place on what picks I even have left or who's even available on the board. This has become derailed into me ranting about it's just become me ranting. Trying to see who I even have next up. So I could go with like Carr or Cooks. Here's the thing, I'm not a believer in Lamb. I still think he's going to be a pretty good wide receiver. I just think locked and loaded top 5 wide receiver in Dynasty is a little bit of a stretch. Jesus, I hated that Damian Harris pick. Let me say that much, fellas. We don't have a quarterback at this point. Let's just go Derek Carr. You hate to see that. So I completely derailed myself there, going off on a tangent about what's his name, about Lamb. I will say the Damian Harris pick, in hindsight, this would have been Brandon Cooks and this would have been Derrick Henry. Whatever. Wow, Gabriel Davis was still on the board. That's interesting. I hate that Damian Harris pick. That's going to kill me. You said, how is Clyde falling to 7-10? Where did he fall? I stopped even... to be honest with you guys, I blacked out when I heard somebody say something about CeeDee Lamb. And my only gripe with it is the notion that, like, Twitter... And here's the thing. Twitter did drive him down on keep trade cut and everything like that, but he's bounced back. He's now at wide receiver 7. In startups like this, you're still going to get guys taking CeeDee Lamb here. And it really just comes down to the fact that instead of here, I would just have CeeDee Lamb in this range, personally. That's my personal preference. Or no, around here. Damn. Screwed up. Okay, but the 7-10. I'm all over the place, guys. Clyde here at the 7-10. Who was getting taken over him? Renfro over Clyde is a little tough for me. Wouldn't take MT over him. Or no, I would take MT over him. Wouldn't take Tannehill, I don't think. No, I think I probably would take Tannehill. I would take Tannehill over him. I have him on my ranks at 81. So what would 81 be in terms of draft pick? $12 times 6 is 72 plus 9. I think I think he's in my ranks like the 7-9. That's actually funny. So like 6 times 12 is 72. Plus 9. So I have him as my 709 in my ranks, which is tough. But you also know that I'm allergic to running backs, Danny. Also, somebody asked me if I like Treylon Burks as my wide receiver 1 in this class. As of now, Treylon Burks is 100% my 101, but I also haven't dug super deep into this class yet. I will be doing that soon. I'm going to have like a huge, database and everything that I'm going to update and all that. We're going to do a ton of prospect stuff in the offseason. Stevenson gets more, so Harris ceiling is capped. I also think it's crazy that some people have Ramondre Stevenson ahead of Damian Harris in Dynasty. But I prefer what am I trying to say? But I think I prefer I love Ramondre Stevenson, but Damian Harris I think is just it like Ramondre Stevenson's really good, but I think that we're also pushing down Damian Harris simultaneously to, kind of make space for the boy. Where do 2022 picks start going off here if they're included? I'm so sad we didn't get kickers involved. I'm still debating if we're going to just run up another one real quick. Damn. I'm so sad that I didn't get that included, boys. I fumbled the bag. I will say, dude, we do have 46 people here. I might as well just run up another one. Yeah, that's for me as well. Wilson, London, Burks, locked and loaded, top 3. All right, so I don't even know what I'm going to be taking here. Completely screwed up. Or just completely stopped, checking my rankings. At one point, I blacked out and started talking about CeeDee Lamb, and I've just now sort of come to and realized what happened here. Yeah, we can run up. We'll run up another one. We'll run up another one. Should we still do? Should we still do 10 rounds? Should we do 5 rounds? Should we do 8 rounds? Should we still do 30-second timer? Should we do 60-second timer? What are we saying, boys? I got time for another one. Yeah, fellas, make sure you like the video if you're out here watching, supporting, subscribing. Leave a like on this thing, dude. Blow up this video. It'd be sick, dude. If this live stream hit like over like a couple thousand views for the mock draft. Come on. Wow, OBJ was still available? All right, so I'm been being an idiot recently. It's fine. We'll go 10 rounds, 60 seconds again. Damn it, Cooks went. So now I'm screwed. If Cooks goes, are there any fun running backs? Cooks goes. Mayfield is gone. Mooney, Sutton. Okay, so we'll go Sutton. I don't even like taking Sutton there, but fine. All right, we're gonna do 30. We're gonna do. Okay, you guys are saying 12 rounds, 30-second timer. Okay, fine. All right, give me a second. Let me put myself in this view. Can we do 10 rounds? Can we do 10 rounds, fellas? All right, so hold on. We're gonna make a new one. Let me. Did I want to create a copy? Okay, I'm actually just gonna start a new mock draft. All right, so I'll drop the link. Yeah, get me to 1 million views, fellas. 1 million views, or I delete my channel. Obviously, I'm just joking. Please don't take me seriously. All right, so 30 seconds. All right, so how do I go about adding a kicker? So I'll just add a kicker. Okay, so we'll do a kicker. Okay, so I think this should work. So kicker. Okay, this should work. Okay, I'm gonna send the link in here real quick. It's gonna be just first come, first come, first serve. Here we go. All right, so there's the link. I hate when Sleeper does this, where like I have to back out and then come back in because it doesn't show me my players. There we go. All right, so I just put yes, you should have kickers available. It's gonna be 10 rounds, 3rd round reversal again. I think everything looks good. Let me know if anything looks off, fellas. All right, so this time, let me go here. We're gonna do a little randomize. All right, here we go. We're starting now. Everybody's in here. Oh, there's still 1 spot left? Am I an idiot? No, there's not 1 spot left, right? What do you mean? What do you mean 1 spot? Am I an idiot? I don't think so. I think we're good. All right, I'm just going to start it. I'm confident that we're kind of all right. Are you sure there's 1 more spot left, Hunar? I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong, but I could just be an idiot. All right, so Allen, Mahomes, and now it's my turn to take my QB3. Who's it going to be? I'm actually just kind of waiting for my Dynasty ranks to get in here, but I would like to go Herbert. I pray that it gets this on time. All right, there we go. I'm trying to pull my rankings on the side here. But yeah, Herbert is really tough for me. I have Allen and Mahomes very, very soundly at 1 and 2. Then it comes really tough for me between Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and Kyler Murray, because Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson have the rushing upside. Oh my God, guys. Here's the thing, guys. Joe Burrow is sick. He is so cool. Joe Shiesty, Joe Burt. I love all of it. I love all of it. Joe Burrow is like maybe my favorite player right now, but in Dynasty, guys, we're going crazy here. He was the wide receiver 10 in points per game. He has not won an MVP like Lamar Jackson has. He has not rushed for double-digit touchdowns like I believe Kyler Murray has. I get he has Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but I think we're overstretching a little bit on the hype to put him here. Over Lamar and Kyler is a little bit wild for me, guys. I can't get there. I cannot get there. And I love Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. He's sick. He's my favorite. I cannot stress that enough. Joe Burrow is my favorite. You know, he's cool. He's the coolest man of all time. But in a 4-point passing touchdown league, I can't get there. Again, I get it. He is dripped out of his fucking mind. I get it. But he had like 150 rushing yards this year, boys. No, 100. Burrow, I put in the Discord, so the private, like the Patreon side of the Discord, I put that in yesterday. That Burrow is one of my sells at quarterback. You gotta move him at that. If you can move him for 105 price, if you can move Burrow into Lamar, into Kyler, you do that instantly. Please, I'm begging you guys. It's wild. You guys are really sleeping on Lamar Jackson these days, man. And I guess Kyler Murray's a little bit tough for me just because he doesn't have a 30 passing touchdown season yet. We haven't really seen it from people. Love to say like, you know, Kyler Murray is the more complete quarterback than Lamar Jackson. His arm is better, whatever. He hasn't had anything from a passing, not even from a rushing standpoint. From a passing standpoint, he hasn't even come close to matching Lamar Jackson's MVP season. So Lamb goes again. This is a different person. This is Zach Monty this time. The other time, it wasn't Zach Monty. It was, I believe, Grayson. CeeDee Lamb at 206. He is still a mid-second startup pick. He is still being valued as a top 3 wide receiver in most startups, fellas. I'm telling you guys. All the slander. I know I've been hyping up the slander train on Twitter. But in terms of in real life, in these drafts, CeeDee Lamb is not being devalued. I promise you that. I promise you. So Metcalf goes... That's an interesting Metcalf pick there. I get the appeal of that, Jerry, where you said maybe the longevity, oh, you took A.J. Brown? Damn. I would have loved to have A.J. Brown. In this scenario, I have so many players in this tier I would have traded back at this point. Yeah, I would have in an actual startup. I want to get the hell out of here. I have a bunch of guys that are just in the same tier. I have Debo, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Saquon, all next up, back to back to back. I guess I don't love it, but I guess we'll go Debo here. Give me Debo. I also believe in Metcalf long term. I think a lot of people are souring on Metcalf, but I don't know how you can have Metcalf behind CeeDee Lamb. Metcalf scored more points. In terms of their rookie years, I believe Metcalf scored more points. I believe. But in terms of second year, scored more points, higher target share. Third year had a 27% target share at his size, at his speed. Now I know Russell Wilson is up in the air. I know there's a lot of things up in the air there, but in terms of a talent, like Metcalf is an absolute monster. But again, I have them in the same tier. Third round reversal, Hunar. So blazing speed gets autoed. You hate to see that. Yeah, I also believe in Metcalf long term. You said Eckler over Pitts and tight end premium is interesting. Oh, it's interesting to say the least, I would say. But that is an interesting idea. I don't remember where I got sidetracked. Maybe the longevity of Joe Burrow is what makes him better than Kyler and Lamar. Their injury is always a factor to rushing. It's somewhat of an interesting idea. The thing is that Joe Burrow just came off of an ACL and MCL injury. So his knee is always going to be a problem. His offensive line is always going to be a problem. So I have a hard time saying that. Now, if you want to say, rushing quarterbacks kind of lose, they kind of lose their value, lose their, shelf life, right? They have a shorter shelf life. Here's the thing. You're still getting, minimum with Lamar. He's 25? You're getting another 5 years of, top 5 type production. It's not going to fall off anytime soon. I also say tomorrow's not really guaranteed with a lot of these quarterbacks like a Joe Burrow. So Akers goes, good pick. Akers, Waddle. Yeah, I guess RG3. I guess you can also say Cam, right? Where Cam just kind of ran out of magic because he got old, and the thing is that Lamar and Kyler are way better throwers of the football than Cam. Maybe I'm overselling them, but it feels that way. Again, no on here, fellas. This is a live stream. I'm speaking from the heart, so these aren't really nuanced takes here with data and things to back them. I'm kind of just speaking from the heart. So T Higgins goes. I have 2 guys I really want that I have in mind. All right, so T goes. The guy I'm about to pick, Lewis, top of the night. Top of the night to you, brother. Wow, so the 101 goes off the board, fellas. That's what that kicker is. So you see his wire line here. Kickers are going to be draft picks. So the 101 just went. We're up next. And a guy that I actually should have taken my last pick is what we're going to take here, Deshaun Watson. Now, not going to comment on any of his legal issues. I do not support what he's done. He's an absolute monster if any of the things they say about him is true. But Deshaun Watson, the minute he touches a blade of grass, gets picked here in startups. Head of Dak Prescott, behind Kyler Murray. Right here. He is the 108. So if you just take on a little bit of that risk, and that's what I'm all about, taking on risk and uncertainty, and it's not even talent related. We know Deshaun Watson, the known entity. He's amazing. I actually looked past him on my rankings, but I have him as my 109 on my ranks because I think this year he probably gets like a 6-game suspension, and then he plays week 7 on, and all of a sudden he is getting drafted in first round of startups again. So say whatever you want about Deshaun Watson, his legal troubles. I'm also concerned about that, whatever. But I don't think that he stops playing in the NFL. I think that he probably comes back after this. I imagine he probably just gets a little bit of a suspension, comes back, and then that's it. Damn, I would have loved to have Trevor Lawrence there, man. It's a good pick. You said prime Cam was on par with Lamar's arm. Cam hit 4K his rookie year. I'd love to know. I know touchdowns at quarterback. I know touchdowns aren't really sticky, but touchdowns at quarterback I care about. I'd love to know if Cam has ever had a 30-plus touchdown season with his arm. So Gibson goes. Man, this is tough for me. I'm torn between Jalen Hurts and DJ Moore. So it's really tough. Man. We're gonna go Jalen Hurts. Let's just stack up quarterbacks here. I actually really like that idea. Let's go Hurts. Let's appreciate value at quarterback. I'm fine with that. I have DJ Moore ranked ahead, but I decided I wanted a quarterback there. It's hard for me to pass up on Jalen Hurts. Who do you think finishes at the QB1 next year? I kind of feel like Kyler's a sleeper if he can finally stay healthy. Dude, I have a hard time with Kyler, man. He's never thrown a ton of touchdowns. That's really my problem with him. For me, it would be probably Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, I think probably Josh Allen takes it, though. Wow. Elijah Moore over DJ Moore is a little bit tough for me, but to each his own. So thoughts on Najee? He was disappointing towards the end of there. There's a ton of uncertainty in Pittsburgh now. Not a big fan of Najee Harris, man. If I'm chasing these running backs, if I'm going to spend a premium pick on running back, right? So if we're going to take a running back here, I need upside to a 20-plus point per game season because that's the only thing you're getting advantage at with a running back. If you're not getting that, then you can replace that top-end production, right? I'm trying to think of an example, but if Najee Harris, say, only scores like 15 to 17 points per game, you can replace that production really, really easily. You can go trade for, the Leonard Fournettes of the world. You could have gotten Leonard Fournette for less than a first-round pick, even while he was producing at an RB1 level. You had guys like Elijah Mitchell. You had guys like James Robinson before he went down, even a Josh Jacobs. I'd have to look at the whole list of running back scoring. Even a Joe Mixon you could get for cheaper. You could get a guy like... Even like a Cordarrelle Patterson, right? So there's a lot of guys you can get that can replace that production. So if you're going to hold on to a running back that we know is a really, really shaky asset, is a really, really injury-prone asset, they need to unlock that ceiling because if not, you're just holding on to dead value that's going to decrease every year. You need that running back to contribute in some way, especially Najee Harris, who's now 24. His value is only going to decline from here. So he needs to be contributing to championships. And the problem with Najee Harris is if you believe that he can do that, if you believe that he can be a 22-plus point per game guy, then fine. I don't see it. I don't see the explosion. I don't see him having long speed for it. I was never really that high on him coming out of school. I don't think Najee Harris has that in his range of outcomes. He would need to be, again, he needs to be a kind of guy that can be like Jonathan Taylor was this year, like Derrick Henry was in the beginning of the year. These legendary running backs like Christian McCaffrey the years before him, Todd Gurley, all of these guys that have ever had 22-plus points per game. You can say running backs don't matter as much as you want, but at the end of the day, those guys are all exceptional talents. There's never been a legendary type running back season from a bad or mediocre running backs. Every single one of them have been extremely, extremely talented. So you need to unlock that upside. And I don't think Najee has it at all. I also think that it's a tough situation with a really bad O-line. He has no quarterback at this point. He's 24. He's the same age. He is 1 month apart from Josh Jacobs in age. I think we all get really fixated on, he was a rookie last year, this and that. He is the same age as Josh Jacobs. So I have a really hard time investing. Like for me, Najee Harris in my ranks is like an early third rounder. I would never take him here. He's not going to contribute to your fantasy championships. He's going to just fall in value. All right, so this is tough because I just went on another rant. Kamara goes, Cook. Godwin. All right, so now I need to really get my shit together. Kamara goes, Kelsey, Waller, the other pick, McLaurin, ETN, Henry. So Devonta Smith goes, ETN. All right, so now I have some guys I'm looking at. I hate that you guys are going to turn me into this guy. I don't want to be this guy. I know that. You forgot about ETN. How high should he be going? I have him right where he went, 506. I have him ranked like, I think 51st, 52nd on my ranks. So that's about right. I think right in this range. So Jacobs goes. I can't believe that you crazy people are going to force me to be the guy in this draft room to take Nick Chubb. You guys know me. I don't even like running backs. I don't like Nick Chubb. But if you're going to give me Nick Chubb at the 5'10", how do I resist? How do I resist? All right, so the 104 goes. Montgomery. Fellas, how do we feel about Aaron Rodgers at this point? He hasn't gone yet. I'm not going to take him, but it is a very interesting dichotomy there. So now that is this gold is the 404, I believe. Danny just took the 404 at the 511. Ridley goes. Ayuk goes. Of course, Danny takes Ayuk. So I can take a rookie pick. We're going to go with the 105 here. Give me the 105. I think that there is probably it's a little bit early to say what I'm about to say, but the 105 at least guarantees you. Know that I would have taken Amon-Ra St. Brown there, but I took him in the last one. I didn't feel like taking him twice. But the 105 guarantees you Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks, Drake London, Breece Hall, Isaiah Spiller. That's pretty clean. And that's without even factoring in any quarterbacks. So I think that's pretty smooth. What do you guys think? What do you guys think Aaron Rodgers does this offseason? That's a tough one for me to navigate. All right, so Hawkinson, Aaron Jones. You said if Rodgers is smart, he runs it back in Green Bay or stays in the NFC. NFC is getting so weak, apart from the NFC West. It's a weird. It's a weird dichotomy. It's tough with the NFC because, like, here's the thing. Early on in the season, like, everybody was saying, like, the NFC is way stronger because you have, like, the Bucks, the Rams, the Packers, the 49ers. I mean, I guess you have some things moving around with, like, Brady and all that. But I wouldn't call the NFC weak. I suppose you could just say, you know, that the AFC has a lot of really young, promising quarterbacks. Where the hell is Darnell Mooney? So someone took another rookie pick. So you said 105 over TJ Hawkinson, the disrespect. I think I would prefer the 105 over TJ Hawkinson. I have them in the same tier. I have both assets in the same tier. All right, so that was the 107. So this was 105, 106, 107. Okay, so the 108 is the next rookie pick off the board. Pittman goes. Hold on, I need to check something. Okay, never mind. All right, so Pittman goes. Younghoe Koo goes. You said Rodgers should want no part of the AFC with Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Jackson. I suppose that's true. A lot of young quarterbacks looking really nice. The QBs you're forgetting about? Oh, I guess like Herbert too. That's the crazy part, is literally Herbert is in there. You said Rodgers to Colts makes the most sense to me. That could be a lot of fun. If Rodgers goes to Denver, he has Herbert, Mahomes, Carr twice, and that's without thinking if their defense holds without Fangio. Yeah, that's really tough. You said you think he is going to Denver, Pittsburgh, or Indy. Do we think he retires? I think that's a lot. I think that's like the main, holdback on Aaron Rodgers going like Aaron Rodgers in theory, if he plays next year, he should probably be going in this range. He should definitely be going ahead of Tannehill. D-Hop goes. Bro, the people love to disrespect Zach Wilson. People love to disrespect Zach Wilson. I took Zach Wilson in the last mock draft we did, not the one we did on the same stream, but the one way before that, the one we recorded like a couple weeks ago. So another rookie pick is off the board. That's the 108, I believe. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is off the board, and I'm laughing all the way to the bank because I wanted to take this guy at my last pick. I could also be an idiot, and he could have already been picked by now. I hope not, but I really would like Marquise Brown. Y'all love to disrespect Marquise Brown. Y'all love to disrespect Marquise Brown. What is up with the Marquise Brown slander recently, boys? The guy had a 25% target share this year. It's like a top. I don't know what he actually was. I would need his points per game, but I guess we can. Oh, come on, Sleeper. Oh, no. Oh, no, Sleeper. All right, hold on. I've screwed up. Hold on. Jesus. Why would they do this to me? Oh, Sleeper, please don't do this. I'm about to pause the draft, possibly. All right, I'm kind of getting things under control here. That was my bad for thinking I could look that up. Oh, good Lord, good Lord. Please, please. Just know I have it on my phone, worst comes to worst right now. Wow, so Sleeper is really giving me some issues right now. Bro, Sleeper, not like this, man. Is Sleeper struggling for anybody else? Did Sleeper just crash on like everybody? No. I literally have to use my phone right now. So Evans goes. Give me Claypool. Yeah, I'm probably going to pause in a second. Yeah, let me pause this. All right, so all right, so hold on. I don't know what's going on here. Let me pull it up on my laptop real quick. Okay, I think I fixed it. All right, I'll resume it in a second. There we go. Jeez, man. Resume draft. There we go. All right, now I'm just trying to keep up with what I missed. Did somebody take Keenan Allen, or is he just not? Am I an idiot? I see Keenan Allen. He snuck past me. Damn. Somebody also took. Nobody took him. All right. All right, so everything looks better. Everything is good to go. I'm glad we got everything fixed. No rookie picks have been taken. I believe the highest rookie pick available is the 111 now, or the 110 now. I could be wrong. So Bateman goes. I'm trying to see how many rookie picks. So this is. So if anybody wants to know where rookie picks are being valued, the 2022 101, man, is it devalued, man. The 101 at this point is worth the 309 in a startup. Last year, the 101 would have been like here. Just pretty crazy. So the 101 is the 309, the 102 is the 410, the 103 is the 511, 104 is the 51. Or no. 103 is the 51, 104 is the 511, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. Yeah, so 110 is the next pick that's available. You said, Ron, as a Saints fan, I need an unbiased opinion. How do you feel about Kamara/MT and Dynasty without Sean Payton? Definitely concerned. I will say my analysis isn't super coach or scheme centric. So I don't, you know what I mean? Like when I'm ranking players, I don't really take into account their coaches. But when you do have a coaching change, and especially a coach who is, as good, like Sean Payton is in the same tier as a Andy Reid, a Belichick, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan type guy, it is a little bit of a problem. But in terms of like actually moving them down, I mean, where did Michael Thomas go? Michael Thomas goes to the 7-11. Maybe you move him behind Evans, but I'd still probably have Michael Thomas ahead of Claypool. Like Michael Thomas is still really good. He could get traded as well. It's hard for me to say. Kind of want to see where the market settles at as well. Freiermuth goes a lot later than he did in the last one. Freiermuth, I want to say, went like 6th round last draft. All right, so rookie pick 110 went. Oh, let me get the roster out. Here's the roster. Ended up taking, I don't know how I feel about taking 3 quarterbacks, but it is fun just to stack that value. Jalen Hurts off the bench, so you can trade Deshaun or you can trade Herbert for, an absolute king's ransom. So Stevenson goes. Is everything still up and running? Yeah. All right. I will be honest, my butt is falling asleep a little bit. Wow. So Knox over Noah Fant. Y'all are wild for that. Hunar doesn't take him. I'm going Fant. All right, you go Gesicki. All right, so I'll go Fant if he's there. Bet. I love Noah Fant. Noah Fant all day. You said, wish I wouldn't have taken Zeke, but whatever. Where are you at? Jay Height, you took Zeke. Who would you rather have taken instead of Zeke? 705, I think. I'd rather Marquise. I'd rather Michael Thomas. I'd rather Evans. Probably rather Wilson as well. All right, so another rookie pick goes. Is that the 111? Oh, geez, I have no clue how many kickers have been taken. If OBJ is available, I'm taking him here. Give me OBJ all day. I don't hate the way this team came out. And the idea here, I know I don't have an RB2. Most times in Dynasty, dude, because you have like a 20, 30 team roster or 30 player roster, I'm telling you guys the best thing you can do is stockpile your team with, let me go to the running back here. With, the Madisons, the Cordell Pattersons, Singletaries, Pennies, the Gaskins, the Chris Carsons, the Melvin Gordons, even Hubbard, Ronald Jones, Sermon. All of these guys, stash a bunch of them. Once you get down into the wide receiver ranges once you get to the spot where they're no longer even like in contention for top 36, right? So once you get past like Jefferson, Jacoby Myers, I'd say once you get to like Joshua Palmer, once you get here, I'm not even really super interested in these guys. I want running backs in this range. I want running backs because none of these guys, like a Curtis Samuel doesn't have the same upside as, as Alexander Madison does when Dalvin Cook goes down in terms of like in-season production. Melvin Gordon put up a fine amount of fantasy points. All these guys, I wanna just be filtering my RB2s from my bench from just guys that get hurt. You said best landing spots for Burks, Wilson, London. Where do they go in startups if they go there? Wow, that's a loaded question. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I would answer, but we have 3 picks left. I have to go get my dog from upstairs. My mother is not happy that I'm not there yet. But yeah. But I would say in terms of wide receiver landing spots, man, I don't know. I haven't given a ton of thought, if I'm being honest. It's hard to say. I guess. Hey, somebody gave me a super chat. What's up, man? Appreciate that, Chris Carter. You said you feel like you did better this time. I really like to do these just to get a feel of just kind of, are my rankings set up correctly? Just kind of, where's rookie picks going? Where are players getting valued at? But because there's no trading in Dynasty mock drafts, so it's really hard for me to be like, really gauge, this is a really strong team, because I would never draft a team right down the board. I always am, I'm pretty extreme in startups. If I'm going to go, I usually am going like all in, win now, first year, or I'm going, productive struggle, trading back, but I'm constantly trading, constantly moving around. So I would never go 103 to the 1003 like this in my first 10 picks, but it is just a good idea to see, kind of where players are going, how my rankings hold up in this environment. But that's going to be it for today, fellas. Again, I'm telling you, I'm really, really proud of these. These are what the new rankings look like. Look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. It's all color-coded. You get color-coded all the way down, and you have trade value tiers. So, Tyreek Hill to me is worth about 2 firsts, and you can see that with like Trey Lance, Saquon, Najee Harris. I even have, so when you're doing startups, like the rookie picks, so you're crossing things off and you get the rookie picks on the side. All of that, it's pinned in the chat. I'll put it in the comments after this is uploaded. It's in the description. Patreon.com/Ron Stewart. That is the only way that we keep the lights on in the offseason. If you want daily videos in the offseason, which I'm planning on possibly doing, make sure you're on the Patreon, supporting the boy if you can. If you're doing startups this offseason, I'm telling you guys, this is a really, really cool tool. But we also have a bunch of other stuff on the Patreon. We have the Discord. We got all the cool stuff. Buys and sells channel. We got exclusive channels. You got stuff where if you want to run trades by me, you can there. It's all $5 a month. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting it. It's not going to be $5 a month for much longer. I actually have plans, I think, the end of this week to revamp the Patreon where everyone who's on $5 can stay on $5, but I'm going to kind of, tweak it from there. So again, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. If you're doing a startup anytime soon, if you're making trades anytime soon, all that really cool stuff over there on the Patreon and in the Discord. As always, I love you guys. I'm going to go hang out with my dog here. We're going to start really posting videos. And I know I've been kind of, ghosting you guys, where I've only been doing live streams here and there and taking my time off to just kind of hang out. But that's because, your boy needed that. But we're going to go hard again. I'm going to sit down and we're going to revamp the Patreon. I'm going to sit down at the end of the week and brainstorm a bunch of video ideas. If you guys have any video ideas, you can leave them in the comments. I'm going to go hard I want to have, really creative, new video ideas, new fresh video ideas that are fun. But yeah, that's the biggest goal, is to just, moving forward, make really, really fun, creative, new type videos in this space. So yeah, that'll be fun. I love you guys. And as always, I will see you in the next one.